Hey everyone! Alright, so I'm back with another video. I did a smoky kind of emerald eye with using all Morphe shadows. I just picked up the 35OM, the 35F, and then I picked up one of their pressed pigments in the shade Bitten. It's just like a really dark emerald green smoky color. So I did a emerald green smoky eye today. Yeah, if you guys like this look, then just keep on watching and I will see you in the next video. Alright, I'm gonna start by putting a little bit of tape on my eyes because I'm gonna be using a dark shadow, obviously, and it's just so much easier. So just line it up. I line it up to go to like a little bit lower than my eyebrow. And I stick it on the back of my hand first to make it less sticky. I already primed my eyelids a little bit, so I'm gonna use the 35OM today and that other Morphe shadow I showed you guys. So I'm gonna start out with this like warm transition shade just in the crease. All right, next I'm gonna take this shade, a little bit darker. Just take it a little bit lower in the crease. There, I zoomed you guys in so you can get a little bit better of a view of what I'm doing. I just added that first transition shade all over the crease, and then I added a little bit darker of a brown, just a little bit lower to start adding some dimension. Then I'm gonna go in with a Morphe pressed pigment in the shade Bitten. It's just like a shimmery dark green color. I thought it was so pretty. I'm gonna go in with like a little flat shader brush and just start packing this on the whole entire lid. They're so pretty. And I think this was only $5. Plus you can use anyone's code for like a 10% off. I'm just trying to fill my whole entire lid with this color. I'm gonna go back into the 35OM palette and pick up that first orangey brown transition shade that we used, blending out the edges of this pressed pigment we used. I'm gonna go in with a little bit darker of a brown, maybe mix those two together in the outer crease, the outer V area, to start blending it. Right there. I'm gonna go back in with that original transition shade and just start buffing everything together. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some liner. Also, again, where this tape comes in super handy is when you're doing eyeliner because it makes it so much easier. I wouldn't say foolproof because I can still mess up eyeliner all the time. Okay, looks good. So I'm gonna take off the tape. It bled a little bit on that side under the tape, but we can just clean it up with concealer later on. Okay, so for primer, I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. Okay, so for foundation, I'm gonna use the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 04 Medium Beige. then I also just got the Ego Tools blending sponges. So it comes in a set of 2, I think for $7. And this one is definitely a little bit more dense than this one, but they're really nice. This one gets huge though. Okay, and then concealer, I'm gonna use the NYX HD concealer in the shade Porcelain, I think it is. Yeah, shade 01 Porcelain. All right, I'm just gonna try and blend that in with this little mini one and see how that goes. It's definitely firmer, but maybe that's a good thing for under your eyes because you want to keep as much, well, at least I want to keep as much coverage as I can for underneath my eyes. It is kind of a weird shape. It's not like, there's not really a good way to like get on the inner corners. Okay, so I just went ahead and cleaned up the liner on both eyes with a little bit of concealer. And now I'm gonna put on some lashes. I'm just gonna use the Kiss number 11 lashes. Since it's a darker eye look, I'm gonna use Kiss eyelash glue, but I'm gonna use the black glue instead. Don't mind how chewed up this is from my little puppies. Okay, so while my lashes are drying, I'm gonna set my under eye using the Wet n Wild contouring palette, just the little yellow shade in here. Okay, so next I'm going to bronze and contour. I'm just gonna use these 2 shades, this to bronze, this to contour from the Shade and Light palette. Then next, I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Rosé, I think it's Rosé Champagne. I depotted it. Okay, so next I'm going to tightline the upper and lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna try and pop these lashes on. Go back into the 35OM palette and start smoking out the bottom lash line. I'm gonna take that really dark brown and then I'm gonna take this lighter brown shade that we used and just start blending it out.